Have you ever noticed you disagree with someone? This is perhaps the worst possible entry to a video ever because I have that feeling every day, basically every time that I open a website. I'm talking about vocal disagreement, disagreeing with someone in a meeting, countering, sounding off, rebuttals, and yes, perhaps even leaving dissenting remarks in someone's mentions. Though, for the sake of simplicity, I want you to assume through all of this video that my advice here is about like the workplace. I'm talking about being a contrarian. A long time ago, I would get this feedback in the middle of a meeting if I didn't agree with something my boss said. Woody, stop being a contrarian. I think that you're a reflexive contrarian. It's a difficult thing to argue with because when someone hits you with, you just disagree with stuff for the purpose of disagreeing with stuff, well, what are you supposed to say to that? No? You're supposed to disagree further with it? Like, what the heck? So this was 10 years ago, and the voice behind these comments was eventually dismissed for rolling over his entire team at least once. This guy was a creep, and I have other stories from that job, but him saying that, it really got to me. How do you know when someone is being a contrarian? You can't. My boss was but like, how do you know if you're being a contrarian? That's a little easier. We are gonna try to dissect both. Quick question, do you hate this person? The person making the suggestion? The person suggesting a plan of action? No? Okay, great. That's actually a really easy scratch off. It's really easy for humans to pick enemies. It's easy for them to have targets. It's easy to see other people as a threat. It's even easier to see groups that way. And while you can't know if someone is being a contrarian, you can know if they hate you because that's obvious. There's ways to tell someone you disagree without making them or their idea the subject of your dispassion. Hey, I really like where your head is at. I like the idea that we do it your way. I think that would be good for all of us. Can you help us find a way to get around XYZ concern? That could be a critical problem. If you get locked in a world of everything this person says is wrong, then you're gonna miss their good stuff too. Everyone can do a banger occasionally. Now that we know that you don't hate somebody, do you have a good reason to think their idea doesn't work? Does it violate a principle? Have you had an experience where the same idea didn't work in the past? Great, that's not being a contrarian, and you can just talk about that thing that you're thinking about. I've personally had ZYX experience. I see things through this lens. Could you help me get around this issue? XZY is really important to me and our team. How would we avoid doing X? One thing you may notice is that certain people in meetings will try and get their say in no matter what. They may be disagreeing with you to try and sound smart. Maybe they are always trying to find a problem. This is a thing that actual contrarians do. An easy way around this is to just hand them the mic very quickly. Toby, you're looking at me like you've got thoughts about this. What you got? If he's trying to sound smart or dampen your enthusiasm, maybe a little bit of sunshine will help. If you're doing this, if you're the one who's just trying to talk, knock that off. That's a dumb thing to do. That is unhelpful to everyone. And lastly, do you feel like this person is just making it up? Is their information bad? Do you trust their sources? Do you trust that they're saying what they're saying for the right reasons? An easy way to deal with this is to ask a neutral question about their process. This is really interesting. Where did you start? What does your process look like for getting to this? If I were to get where you are on this issue, what would I do? Or if they're a bad actor, hey, this is bad faith. You are being deceitful with us. Contrarianism is about putting up a counter to anything that's said. It's about halting progress. It's about shutting people down. It's about sounding off. If you can focus your disagreement on real issues, it's really easy not to become a contrarian. On the main channel, I posted my Unreal 6 video and talked about some of the problems that I had with it. And already we're getting comments that are like, you just don't like change. And I actually really like change a lot. It's like I am cool with learning the new programming language in Unreal 6. It's the weird signals that we're getting from the company that are making me really uncomfortable. It's the fact that there's no visual scripting solution beyond just deprecating the existing one that makes me uncomfortable. And it's all based out of like principles and like real ways of feeling about the thing. That comment about being reflexively contrarian sat with me for a long time. So as a quick favor to my younger self, I would like to verbally time travel across the way for just a brief moment and say, no, little bro, you are not being a contrarian. Calling you a contrarian was a manipulation tactic to avoid having to defend bad solutions. You were in a bad work environment where someone was behaving excessively badly. I love you very much, younger self. Stay kind and keep making stuff.